Welcome to Facts for Real videos. One of the safest locations on Earth is hidden behind those enormous steel doors. It is also referred to as the Raven Rock Mountain Compound or Site R. It can be found in Pennsylvania. The 60-story underground building is described as a safe haven for people in the event of a natural or man-made catastrophe. Online, not much is known about this enigmatic location. However, we do know that it has 38 communication devices installed. Obviously, Google Earth cannot be used to access it. Number 1. The Vatican Secret Archives, which contain some of the oldest and rarest books on Earth and are only accessible to a small number of people, are one location that will always be off limits for visitors. Because they have only been visited by a small number of people thus far, they also cause a lot of weird. Nevertheless, you can quickly take in the two gates that approach the complex. Number 2. If you're fascinated by shipwrecks, you might be interested to learn that one of the largest wrecks you can see on Google Earth is on North Sentinel Island, India. The ship, formerly known as the SS Justine, was a Bolivian ferry that sank in the area back in 2003. People can't visit the wreck physically because the island is home to the world's most dangerous tribe. It's unclear how many people live there, but it was estimated that there are about 2,000. Number 3. The Indian government keeps a careful eye on the island because it is thought that because the tribe's members have never experienced the outside world, they lack immunity to modern diseases and may be at risk from contact with foreigners. Number 4. In the Italian Colleto Fava Mountains in 2005, a huge pink bunny appeared apparently out of nowhere. In addition to the locals, some people found it online and were perplexed by the discovery. Sadly, the 200 feet tall bunny is now completely gone, but images of it can still be found online. The unusual object was created by artists from Vienna, and they invited visitors to climb, jump, or even take a nap on top of the large rabbit. The project's main goal was to give people a taste of what it would be like to live as smaller creatures. Mother Nature had other plans for the bunny, which was originally supposed to remain there at least until 2025 with no removal date specified. Number 5. In order to combat her loneliness, a Japanese artist decided to return to her small hometown village of Nagoro. However, she soon learned that most of her neighbors had left for larger cities. To combat her loneliness, the artist began making scarecrow-like dolls, known as kakashi, and placing them throughout her garden. The artist didn't stop there, though, and soon began doing the same with many other locations in her village, creating dolls and placing them as if they were participating in various human activities. Images of this peculiar village are viewable on Google Maps. Number 6. This strange portal was found in New Baltimore, New York, via online maps. It gave people all kinds of nightmares with eerie buildings and hazy figures, and the region quickly became the subject of many strange internet theories. In any case, if you search for these images on Google, you won't be able to avoid seeing them because it turned out to be nothing more than a technical problem that caused those images to be rendered in a distorted manner. Number 7. A Danish artist who labored non-stop on this laborious task from 1944 until 1967 produced this adorable miniature world map. In the winter, he was able to use a sled to transport larger pieces of rock over the ice and then place them in the perfect position. In addition to the continents themselves, the map also includes rivers, lakes, and some other notable landmarks. He assembled the stones at the edge of the water and then recreated the world map on the surface of this lake. Number 8. Here to observe a sea devoid of coastlines, find the Sargasso Sea by searching for it in the northern Atlantic Ocean. This strange sea, which has no dry land at all and is surrounded by 4 ocean currents, received its name from the seaweed that grows there. Number 9. It can be very difficult and time-consuming to look for wild animals on Google Earth, but the Geo browser does have a nice feature that can help. If you're eager to see hippos and flamingos in their natural habitat, try Googling animals. You might be tricked into thinking this if you search for the finger maze. It's located in the city of Brighton, UK, and is a large fingerprint created in Hove Park. It also has a maze at the center. With this special function, you can travel to Antarctica and see emperor penguins while traveling from Kenya to Namibia. Number 10. Some locations on Google Maps aren't accessible to the general public for specific reasons, such as the Royal Palace in Amsterdam. If you visit the location via Google Earth, you'll notice that everything around the Dutch Royal Palace is still visible, such as the vegetation and the roads, but the construction itself is blurred from all angles. This is likely because the local government wants to preserve the palace's unique views for the eyes of physical visitors only. Number 11. Similarly, The Tantaco National Park in Chile is a privately owned nature reserve that can only be seen from a distance on Google Maps. Some claim that since it is a nature reserve, it may be home to some endangered species, in which case extreme measures are taken for their preservation. Number 12. You won't find any of these logos in high resolution on Google Maps because the online map uses specific algorithms to identify people's faces and blur them out. As you can see, these algorithms aren't always very accurate, so don't count on seeing any of these logos. Number 13. The island, which is known as Snake Island in Brazil, is located close to the city of Sao Paulo and is off limits to tourists for good cause. It is said to be home to over 4,000 snakes. You can see the shape of the island on Google Earth, but the more you zoom in, the blurrier it becomes. Some of the most dangerous types of reptiles on Earth call this place home. If that's not creepy enough, how about the fact that some of them are so dangerous that a small drop of their venom can permanently damage the human skin? Number 14. Another cool thing you can do on Google Earth is time travel, sort of. You won't be able to go back in time and tell yourself to study harder for that challenging exam, but you can view specific historical images of places you like. You can check if this feature works by looking at the upper left corner of the screen. If you can see a small icon with a clock, it may allow you to scroll some years back. You can also see how sunlight affects Earth if you turn to the right. So hey, if you pacified your curiosity, then give the video a like and share it with your friends, or if you want more, just click on these videos and stay on the Facts for Real videos.